Oh, the new Sportz?
Are you ready to do your wonderful intro?
Oh, man.
I know you've been practicing.
I know. I keep forgetting
Loosen
to.
up your belt.
That's
Ready?
That's
Here we go.
That's cold.
All right, ladies and beautiful ladies and all those ladies out there, it's your hot chocolate. Victor. It's not your Vic, it's not your Allen, it's Victor Allen.
Oh, look out. She gave me some
Ooh, y'all.
Mario, why you breaking glass over her announcement, dude?
I started out wrong.
He's messing with you. That's cold. Oh, that's cold. You know that's wrong. Mario.
I like my Vic, it's Allen, it's Victor
I did too.
Allen.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
I like that.
It was all I ever imagined.
Yeah, I know. We get all into it. So what? All right, you guys. Let me just say it the way it's going to be said. The bottom line is new Sportz. I don't think anybody really paid too much attention to any other sport. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I'm just going to say this. If I say Miami Heat, Oklahoma Thunder, bam, you guys already know that was the game 3, and you know where it went.
You say Heat, I say Thunder.
See what I'm saying?
Thunder.
You say Heat, I say Thunder. Heat, Thunder, Heat, Thunder.
You know what? So you see where they're at.
Where's our free tickets for that? Hello?
Right. So here's, you know what? I don't want to bring up sports when somebody else can cover the sports. I just want to bring up the sports to find out, first of all, this is what new Sportz is about. We want to find out, did you guys watch anything? And I'm going to go with Brandy. Now, Brandy, you can tell the truth. Don't fake it.
No, I'm not a liar.
Come on, bitch.
I hate liars.
I was helping you.
Say.
The truth is not always the best policy. I told you.
No, I had a bad weekend, so I can't even say I did anything but hang out with girlfriends and talk about men.
Okay.
One of those.
So it's one of those. So here's my point. Basketball didn't rule this weekend for you, right?
It was women and all about my girls. Yeah.
Okay, Mario.
Panty shields in the house.
All right.
Trust me, I saw panties.
That's wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys some trending topics, and you tell me what seems to be the one you want to talk about. It's obvious we're going to say, is it on its way to be over as it relates to the Miami Heat and the Oklahoma Thunder? It's kind of early, but they do the 2-3-2 schedule, which means if Miami wins out at home, it's over. So we're not going to get into that yet. We just know the game took place. But I'm going to mention a couple of things. Webb Simpson, have you ever heard of him?
No.
Do you care?
No.
Okay.
Is that one of the Simpsons?
Yeah, close. He is a Simpson. He is a Simpson. But
I know Madge.
Let me say this.
Simpson.
If Webb Simpson wins the U.S. Open and Tiger fades, then you got problems. And so here we are. We're going to find out from you guys. Is Tiger fading? Is it because the best is gone? After that, Durant stands tall against Wade. Against the game, he sat back and did a little shout out to Wade, said, "You're too small." But small ain't got nothing to do with it. Who was the biggest baller in that game? We're going to hit that too. Earnhardt wins Michigan 400. Do anybody in here except me watch NASCAR?
No, they kind of just go in a circle.
So you guys don't.
They only make left-hand turns.
Wait a minute.
Jimmy
One day
watches it.
can you imagine driving your whole life and never making a right-hand turn?
You know what? So you guys.
They just go in a circle. Left, left. It's always left.
You see what I'm doing? All right. Well, let me just say this. I'm gonna give love to the sport because I think, first of all, if you guys went to see car
Unless
racing,
you do, one of them does this.
No, not NASCAR.
That's Indy.
No, it's not.
Okay.
NASCAR pretty much all circles.
It's all circles, yeah.
left.
So if I want a little variety, I gotta go to Indy.
Sometimes you go in the opposite direction. You make a little circle to the right, and occasionally you make a circle to the left.
See what I'm saying? See, I want to make sure people understand when they watch sports here that we're not going to dominate it with basketball, football, and ignore the other stuff. Let me tell you something. We're bringing soccer to you in a different way, in a different style. Just be prepared for that. That's coming, you guys.
Oh, joy.
You know, because, you know what? First of all, let me just say this. What's your favorite sport that you watch that's not something you play?
Women's basketball.
All right.
Women's lingerie basketball now.
I don't play women's basketball. Okay. It's a serious. I am a big WNBA fan.
Right.
I actually like women's soccer.
Okay.
More than men's soccer.
Okay.
You know, after you know what got me is the World Cup. After that World Cup,
it hooked you enough.
It did. It
got a lot of people.
It got that. That's what got me. The World Cup.
Right. No, I think soccer is the only thing that's absent with soccer as it relates to the American point of view is that we haven't been able to connect outside of, say, David Beckham, point blank.
We need a big more. American star.
Well, we need more. They need social media. They need to be able to translate in a way.
Hope Solo, dude.
Okay, I'm just
Hope
saying.
Solo.
But she's retired, man.
She retired? You lying. Hope Solo on the women's team, the U.S.
When did she
International
retire?
Wait a minute. Let me say
World
this.
Cup soccer
Do you know
team.
how long ago he's talking about Hope Solo?
She's in all the commercials. I've been talking about
No,
Hope
that was
Solo.
Mia Hamm.
Because first her name is so cool.
Right.
Hope Solo. Only Hope.
I like that.
Come on.
Okay.
That's bound to be a hit.
Okay, see? So, in other words, here's the part we're going to try to do with sports. We're going to get away from the topics as it relates to always the scoring, the numbers and everything. But I'm going to get into something else where I say, let's judge what we call the other side of sports. Now, Bandian, if you guys follow tennis, think about it. Now, Bandian. See, you don't even know, but
It's too hard to say. They're going to have difficult names.
David Nalbandian kicks an advertising board, and the police is investigating an assault that was a complaint. So he's at his pro tennis match. He kicks an advertising board, and it hits a judge, a line judge.
You should be, and so it should be.
So wait a minute, but we're not going to get to that one first.
Oh.
I'm just setting you up.
I was trying to practice saying Nalbandian.
Nalbandian. You're trying. You're trying. So let me go over here. The Heat basically jumps all over the Thunder. If you ever want to talk about youth being served here, where you can say the mistakes were flying through the room. Mark, did you watch the game intensely?
Totally, and it's been, you know what, Vic? It occurred to me. I did predict this, right? Didn't I predict that it would be the Heat against Oklahoma in the finals?
Yes, you did.
And it has been pretty much like I said. Even when they lost the other game, I told everybody, I do not think you can set up any trends in this series. Everybody tries to make it a trend.
Right.
The minute somebody wins or somebody loses. And no, this is what happens when champions battle.
Right.
It comes down to who's at their best that day, that time. You're not changing things, fundamentals, really, that much. It's a matter of who can perform.
Right. And
that's where you adjust in the minute to minute who's performing at that moment.
Right. And then look, we're not going to go over all the things that probably may be factors in it. We just know that every game is stepping up where each team is strategically positioning themselves. But I say one thing that they can't fight against. They can't fight against LeBron James. I'm sorry. No matter what people say. Look, I'll say this. We're going to get into this position. I'm going to ask you, what do you think of him as he relates to his performing? And when we do that,
Brad, you gotta pee.
You're not supposed to say that while we're on the show.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, I can't believe this, man. You said
the chat room wanted to know that.
Just for that, I'm gonna leave the camera right on you eating. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. So here's the thing. I'm gonna just go ahead and dive in anyway. Look, LeBron has improved, and he's improved a lot. What has happened with the game beforehand? Well, we say the game before they won. Everybody was looking at OKC coming to take one down in Miami. Well, if any sign of the game that unfolded yesterday takes place, they're going to have problems. And the problem is that youth is being served here. Westbrook has been somewhat limited in the last couple of games. They somehow neutralized. They already were calling for Fisher in some ways, maybe more media hype on the first game they lost. So it's no big deal. And I'm not putting any blame on him. But, Mario, this is the part on the stage where you step up. You live by the outside shot, you die by the outside shot. Neither team was hitting their outside shots. Who has the advantage going to the hole? It seems Miami has the advantage. When they go to the hole, it's an express lane. When OKC goes to the hole, it seems to be, well, let's facilitate a smooth entry. You're not really taking it when they got the size. Why aren't they? Why isn't OKC? Period, take advantage of the big men syndrome, which we call take it in there, get the fouls, get on the line.
You know, it all depends what game you look at. If you look at the games where they won, you would say they did. When you look at the games they lost, you would say they didn't.
Right.
So, you know, my thing is that it's a moment-to-moment thing. In a given moment, things shift. I saw Westbrook penetrate all the way to the basket on numerous occasions.
Right.
So there's a lot to be said at a moment to moment. When they step up, the number of block shots.
Yeah.
See, that's all these variables. How many times have you seen LeBron James get shots blocked like this?
Oh, no, they were on him.
I mean,
they were on him.
So for both of them, so Vic, I don't know. You know, what I mostly say is, hey, the roles change. It's constantly being written, as it should be when you have champions. I think one thing we can say, both teams surely look like champions. They really do. They
did, but I have to admit, yesterday's game, because of the amount of turnovers, you know, when you have 9 or 10 turnovers in one quarter, it's a poor example of how you somehow didn't facilitate. And I'm not going to.
But it's also an example of great defense.
Yeah, and
so maybe it's just so much. Maybe it's just great defense, and then you have more.
And decision making. And here's the part I'm not going to get away from. I think Westbrook is the cat of the future. But I also know that almost every team has a solid, what they say, a distributor who makes everybody better. Westbrook is still coming onto his own. He had a terrible game. Not blaming him. I'm just saying, you remove the point man on the ball, even if he is having a bad game in the playoffs, you're not allowed to have the excuse. They go, every game is your seventh game. And to me, it seemed like Oklahoma took off some energy, some effort. I don't know what happened. Everybody's saying they looked somewhat lackadaisical. They weren't trying to really push the ball, excite their will, their passion. It seemed like they were just laid off a little bit. Now, that may have been a bad game. I'm just saying, something was missing.
I like how Van Gundy pointed out, that's why sports commentators are not coaches. Because if you did anything like they ever suggest, you'd be the worst coach in the world.
Right.
And you would, because they're talking about changing, shifting their whole offenses, all of that.
Right.
No, and to me, it really represents none of that. And it was so interesting when they talk about Westbrook. You know what I always tell people?
Right.
Seems like he played it good enough to make the NBA Finals.
Yes.
So obviously it was pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, it was good. There you go.
Yeah. That's why they don't need to change anything.
No, they don't.
Everybody just play their game and may the best man win.
Right, and let me just say, and part of it is expectation. And then let me say this. The best matchup, so whomever wins this series, I'm all for it because I think the best teams are playing. So that not being the issue right now, I want to rate LeBron James as it compares to last year. Is he the same player? Is he a little better? Is is LeBron more unstoppable than ever before? I mean, he's got swagger now. Which one do you see, Mario, as it compares to last year? Is he more just?
I think it's a mindset, and I think he's really okay. He has the mindset that I've seen before in other players. He has the mindset that Larry Bird had when he stepped onto the court.
Got it.
He has the mindset that Michael Jordan had when he stepped on the court.
True.
He had the mindset that you saw the Laker teams, because the Lakers were so much a team at the time that brought this.
Right.
So, no, we talk about greatness. Part of being a great leader is knowing that you're the one for the job. Right. I don't care what we're talking about, whether it's basketball or anything. You're supposed to know that you're the best one for the job.
True.
Okay, and you have to feel that in your heart. You know, like Dr. J said, in the final minutes of a close game, some people want the ball and some people don't.
Right.
And you have to feel like the best chance is to have that ball in my hand. And he has that. He's a man on a mission.
Right.
And it shows. And he's not the only one, but he's showing it to such a degree, as I said before. Never in the history of basketball, to me, has any team depended on a single player to do so much in that role. They didn't coach like that.
Right.
Not that maybe it couldn't have happened, but they didn't ask you to do those many things in the old day.
Okay.
This is a different time. He gets asked to do way more than even Magic or any of them ever demonstrated.
Yeah. No, the part that I like about this is we're trying to match up a player who had his physical abilities. Speed, strength, quickness, hops, everything. Michael was the measurement as winning.
Didn't have this physical.
He just didn't have this physical
size.
Yeah, this is weird to see a quick cat at 6'9", 255, 260 move like a point guard that's 6 feet, maybe 185 pounds. If you're guarding in front of him and you go, okay, I got you, you're going to move slow, he's gone. And then his speed and
Magic was the nearest thing, but Magic wasn't even as physically imposing as LeBron is. But Magic was the biggest point guard, that anyone had ever seen.
He wasn't the athlete. Not saying Magic wasn't an athletic person.
Not like LeBron.
Not like LeBron. When you see LeBron actually go to the hole with that head of steam, don't you sit there and say, I'm not going to stand in front of him.
I don't know.
You're not going to happen.
They don't pay me enough for that.
Okay, so here's the rating. I'm going to be a little surprised. Probably, maybe I won't be. I'll say it this way. We got to rate the game yesterday, whether you watched it or not, although it's only a 6-point lead. Was this more of a OKC letdown, or was it big pimping, balling for Miami? Did they overwhelm them, or did they just take advantage of opportunities? Because OKC threw the ball away a lot. I mean, it was a lot of turnovers.
They both had a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, and OKC being the best free throw shooting team was terrible. So they gave away points. So you look at a 6-point loss. I don't know if it's more of a Miami win. So I'm asking you, was it a ball in by Miami or a letdown by OKC?
I think both. Because these games are really close games. Even though there were times where they had a little bit more of a spread, they kept coming. These were close games, shifting leads, and so there were spurts, and rarely were there long spurts either. They were like little spurts, and as it got toward the end, you kind of don't know what's going to happen. You kind of were right there to the end, then you got this separation once again.
Right.
So Vic, it's a combination of both. This is what I'm saying in championship ball. It seems to be every game comes down to the wire.
Right.
And who can make or break these last final things in the last moment. It's been that close, which is great basketball.
Okay. And I'm going to go out on the ledge and say, when you actually have nearly 10 turnovers in the fourth quarter, and you also miss almost 40% of your free throws, that may total up to 15 to 20 points just on GP. And you lose by 6, I don't think this was a Miami beatdown. I think this was a total letdown by OKC. That's just my vote, man. That's all I'm saying. Just a letdown. All right, we're going to go over to this last story because I think human interest stories also surround, I say tennis. And when tennis has a bad man, your reputation goes up, Mark. So imagine if you kicked an advertising board, you're a bad man because if you all of a sudden get somebody to investigate you because you have assaulted the line judge when the board hit him. I just want you to know this, Mario. Just say this. Is David Nalbandian a bad man, or is the wimp factor in this story in full effect?
It just goes to show that even inanimate objects can sometimes strike back.
You know what? Let me just
I'm just saying. Next time you get uptight, practice tightening your sphincter.
There you go, Mario.
Bearing down.
Okay, you see
and release your energy in that way.
Brandy, I'll ask you just for the purpose of doing it.
I'll stick the king.
I know that's okay. I'm going to try this. I'm only going to say this because he's always off the chain with this stuff. Okay, then here's the part. You're watching a tennis match. See those photos? See the guys behind the board there? Don't they look like Secret Service? Look at
That's the lady.
I like that lady in the middle. She's young.
That's cold. That's cold. Now, notice, David is looking at this man's knee. Is it because the line judge said, come over here, let me show you what you did? Or did David go over there to say, hey, let me make sure I apologize, I didn't mean it? Who's the wimp here, Mario? Who's the wimp? Somebody's wimping out here, man, because you can't go
They both, well, first of all, he's crying about a little scratch.
But there's blood.
And then David's wimping out because he's realized he might get sued. He has to show appropriate remorse.
Wait a minute.
By the way, he should get a better head wrap.
Mario,
that's pretty ratty.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Come on, man. Be real. Okay, be real. Let me just say this. If the story makes the news... Wait a minute. I'll make it even better. I'm going to go cut to the chase. Somebody had to file a complaint. Who do you think that was, man?
Punk-ass spectator.
Yeah.
Come on, wait a minute. Brandy, do you think the line judge filed a
hit
complaint?
him upside the head with that tennis racket. Whack! You want something to complain about? Whack! Now you really got an injury, motherfucker.
Now I want to know who did it. No, I know you know.
Right, they know.
Beat it with that racket.
Right, so here it is. You're out in the public. Somebody says, you know what, you got a record now, man. And somebody comes up and says, man, you got a criminal record. What's up? And what do you say? I hit the advertising boards that hit the line judge, and I'm a bad man. That's a wimp factor.
That's what I'm just saying. People get arrested for all kind of stuff. They get arrested.
They get arrested.
That's right. But, you got to be strong.
No, you don't have to be.
Be strong in the face of the popo.
No, you don't have to be. So the bottom line is the wimp is this whole story. Mm-hmm. The whole story is a wimp. It is. So you're going to blame me, right?
Yeah.
So am I a letdown? Big pimpin'?
Who brought this damn story?
That's right. Now I got you guys. So I'm going to get you guys to vote on the story.
No, you're big pimpin'.
You know what? You lying.
You are. You're big pimpin'.
Ask Brandy. Am I big pimpin'? Whatever. Letdown? What? I brought this story. What is it? Come on, Brandy.
I know.
You can
My
tell the truth.
goodness gracious.
It's weak, isn't it?
What's the Jeopardy music?
Ding, ding, ding,
That's Mario right now.
Oh, I don't know. Just a letdown.
It's a letdown.
Sorry.
Thank you. I got honesty. Honesty. It's a letdown, but I had to bring the story. Why?
I think it's
a
exciting when
trending tweet.
tennis players assault people.
Ah.
I want to see him use the rackets.
Okay, Mario.
Hit people with the racket on their ass. Don't
Okay.
you want to see him do like that? Just hit somebody on the ass. You know, so that won't hurt him. Just what if he just gets mad, just hit somebody on the ass with the racket.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So
Some
this
stuff is funny.
Well, no, I think so. Now, is that so? What you're saying is this: the story would have been better if it had that scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the wimped out story that Victor Allen brought to New Sports.
It is.
Thank you. So I'm.
What's up, man? What's his name again? David Nalbandian.
There you go, man. You're good. You're good.
So
Big
just the
pimpin'.
time I got it down while he disappears.
Okay. All right. So you know what? This is a shortened version of New Sports. You know why? I would cover the NASCAR race, but since you guys don't care,
Because they only make left hand
I
turns.
admit, dude, you don't understand how big that. You had
The steering wheel just turns one way.
You had an icon, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Dale.
I'm just saying, man.
That's
he
a popular
won.
name.
I got to give it to you, man. He won. He was on a winless streak for a long time. I think 143 races. So I want to give props out to him.
He still has sponsors, huh?
Yeah, dude. You know what? Here's the funny thing. Let me show you how brand works. Out of everybody who's winning in the last 4 or 5 years, he is still the number one as it relates even winless. So winless means you could still come up. He's still number one popular.
Damn.
So
Right
let's do it.
on.
So I'm out of here, man.
He's like
New Sports.
Vaseline.
That's done.
Just doesn't
I don't
go
want to
away.
go any further with
Eh.
that. Can you just get me out of here?
white
Come on, Brandy.
It's Victor, it's Alan, it's the main man, it's the hot chocolate sauce kind of a guy. His name is Vic, it's Alan, it's Victor Allen, New Sports.
Hot chocolate sauce.
You said hot chocolate sauce.
Hot
Brandy.
that's a new one. I haven't
Brandy.
heard that one.